Hello, dear students. I hope you all are doing well and your preparation for exams is going fabulous. Many times, when you watch those study motivation videos or those study timetables, you might be thinking at the back of your mind, oh, saying it is so easy, but implementing it is not so easy, right? But let me tell you, I also have overcome many situations as a student, and I have most resonated with those difficult time of yours. So today I want to have this small heart to heart pep talk with you, discussing the situations, the difficult situations, and what you can do to make your everyday better so that you can excel in your exams. And trust me, all these are the things that I've personally done, and those tips or anything that I'll be sharing with you, I have really done this and it has helped me improve. Okay, one first most important thing, everybody out there will tell you to keep track of time, right? But have you actually tried keeping track of time? From when it was 1st of May just a few days ago, and now it's already 31st May, and another month will just pass by, and you won't even know. It was just morning when you woke up, you had breakfast, in some time it was lunchtime, and in another sometime it was dinner time. Like these days passed by and months passed by, and you are very close to exams right now, isn't it? We know that we haven't kept enough track of time, and to resolve this, what I used to do is I use a timer. Okay, so I press the start button, and whenever I'm studying I use a timer. By timer I don't mean using mobile phones, I'm talking of only a timer. So when your timer is in front of you, you feel that somebody is keeping a check on you, okay, and that time is clicking and you don't want to waste any time. So at the end of the day, when you mark how much you have actually studied, I'm talking of only the effective study time. Every time you get up from your table, every time you take a break, please stop the timer. Okay, so make note, every day you would want to get better than yesterday. Okay, that's how you should be effective in keeping track of your time. That's one. Second, having a definite clean study space. By that, what do I mean? Most of the times we sit on our beds, okay, to study, and our tables are cluttered with lot of books, isn't it? We are professional students and we have a lot of studying to do, so there is lot of clutter. So if there is clutter in your environment, there is clutter in your mind. Is It's as simple as that. So keep your study space so organized that only those things that you need has to be there, and personalize it. You are going to spend so many hours on your table, so it has to look nice and pretty and cool, right? So what I have done is I use only the books that I need, and everything that I need. Let's say I'm hungry, I keep dry fruits with me. Let's say I'm thirsty, I have my water with me, I have tea, I have everything on my table, just so that I don't make those bahanas to get up from my table and I spend hours together just to have some refreshment. And I kept these small tiny plants on my table just to uplift my mood and keep that vibe. And here is my little friend, it wanted to be a part of this video, I guess. Okay, yes. And next, um, talking about the lethargy. See, we tend to get lazy and lethargic, right? We have breakfast, then we feel tired, then we have lunch, we want to sleep, and then evening we want to go out for a walk, and then the whole day is over, right? Many times, having done nothing, you feel tired. Isn't that so? So, the only way I found to tackle this out is by actually working out. The days where I don't work out, I can feel that laziness in myself. I want to sleep. I don't have enough energy to study. Okay. So what I would recommend is just 15 to 20 minutes, sweat it out. By exercise, I mean sweat it out. You know that all those good hormones are going to multiply in your body, and it's going to actually help you. Trust me on that. I know you might not be an exercise person, but you have to keep moving, right? Yes. Next, one more very important thing which I was successful in doing is keeping my phone away. You know that everybody tells you keep your phone away, and it's not so easy. If your phone is around you, even, see, I'm not the most important person on this earth, but I still want to scroll my phone and see if I've received any message from somebody, or what's my Instagram saying, or I just want to keep scrolling. And 30 minutes will turn into 3 hours, and then it will turn into hours together. You won't even know, right? And by the time you realize, the day is over. How many times, how many days have you spent like this, isn't it? So what I do is, I switch off my phone and I give it to my sister, or I keep it in my parents' wardrobe. Yeah, it does sound quite harsh, but I really do it. I keep it quite far away, where I'm lazy enough to not get up and take my phone, okay? And I also use screen time, where after that particular, let's say 15 to 20 minutes, all the apps will get shut on its own, okay? It might be difficult for a few days until you start. See, as Robin Sharma says, all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end, right? So the gorgeous part is going to come once you finish your exams. And trust me, even if you stay without your phone for 6 months, and once you get back to your phone, everything is just going to be the same. Those who are really supportive of you will understand that you need your own space and time, right? Don't you think so? Correct? And one more thing is being consistent. So how many times have you switched off that 5 a.m. alarm and gone back to sleep? Me, I have done it a lot of times, and sometimes I still do it, and I feel extremely guilty for having done that. See, there are days where I study for 12 to 14 hours, or maybe, I'm successful in having an efficient, productive time. But there are days where I'm not even able to sneak in even 2 to 3 hours. That's bad, isn't it? Don't you feel the same? Yes. Haven't you done it? Right? Not all days are the same. Yes. Taking a break is a different thing, but being on a break all the time is altogether not so good thing, right? So being consistent towards your studies, your goals, your efficiency is most important. So to sum it up, what did we talk? First we spoke about our little timer, then we spoke about our, what is it, keeping our study space clean, and then we spoke about not being lethargic, that is exercising or working out, and then we spoke about consistency, and also we are going to talk about trusting your own space, trusting your own pace, right? What do I mean by that? Your friends might have covered one revision, two revision, done many MCQ books, they might have studied question bank, they might have finished lectures, a lot of things. But trust me, whatever you're doing, it's enough. You know what you're doing, and just trust your pace, right? Trust yourself, believe in yourself that what you're doing is quite enough. And if you feel that it is not enough, it's time to level up your game. So with this, I feel that most students will resonate to most of the points. If you feel there could be more points where you would want to share with your friends, please put down in the comment section below, and also tell me which is the one that you most resonate with, and how have you overcome to become more efficient and productive.